Hello, and welcome back to my last part of my TradeSkillMaster Deep Dive Guide series. In the last video, we have talked about the warehousing operation, the vendoring operation, and also we have talked about the mailing operation. But now we have still the shopping operation left, the sniper operation, and also the TSM banking system when it goes to the auctioning tab. Okay, first of all, I would like to say a few words about flipping and sniping. When you want to start with flipping and sniping, don't expect to find a deal every time you won the TSM Sniper scan or if you won a shopping scan. When it goes to flipping and sniping, it's more likely if you find something, then it's good. If you don't find something, it's also good. So don't expect that you just find, let's say, 5 deals each day. It could also happen, especially if you only won the sniper skin with a few items like the raw within recipes, that you won't find any deals maybe for 1 or 2 days, maybe also 3 days. It could happen, okay, but that's normal. Because when it goes to flipping and sniping, we don't want to pay the regular amount of the value of that item. So let's say the item has a DB region market average of around 5,000 gold. You don't want to pay 4,000 gold. You may want to pay a maximum price of maybe 1,000 or 1,500 gold in order to make some profit when it goes to reselling these items on the same realm for a higher price, or maybe move these items to another realm and try to sell it there too if you got some multiple ones left because you just found multiple of the same item on your realm. Okay, so but we also have to talk about the master group in here. We have to talk about the raid BOE groups. When we want to create a sniper operation, we have to add the sniper operation, of course, to any group which you would like to snipe. But the problem in here with TSM Sniper is you can't scan TSM groups or added items which are not added as base item version. Okay, so the problem in here is, example, for these items, since we have added these as item level variation and a specific item, we can't create a sniper operation in order to run the TSM Sniper with that group. It has to be the base item in order to scan these with the TSM Sniper function, okay? But for that, if you still would like to may flip or snipe these items, we could create a shopping operation for these instead of the sniper operation. And then we just run a bro scan, a shopping scan with the shopping operation instead of using the TSM Sniper because it doesn't work on raid BOEs or any other items which got added as item level or specific item. But first of all, we would like to start with a simple shopping operation when it goes to the material group we have also created in here, the Dragonflight materials. Let's say you always want to have a little stock left of these materials because you may need them like every few days in order to craft some other items like the tomes of the enchanter. Then you could add a shopping operation in order to buy these until a specific restock amount if you would like to, and also you could add your maximum shopping price in there too. So we just go to the shopping operation, we add a new one in here, and let's call it Dragonflight Enchanting Materials. Okay, and then the default maximum auction price is set to DB market, so 100% DB market. You could keep it like this, like I always want to use the DB market value in order to define my maximum shopping price for these materials, but we could also use min DB market or DB recent, like in the crafting calculation when it goes to the material cost. Okay, so min DB recent or DB market. Totally okay. But you could also say, let's say you want to scan these items like maybe 1 or 2 times a day. You could also use a lower value, so if you would like to restock your bank in order to use these items later on, maybe in 3 days, 4 days, you could also say, I would also like to only buy them if the maximum auction price of these are currently at below 80% DB market, or maybe also here, min 80% DB market, or 80% of the DB recent value. Oh, here, percentage icon. So, like this. Then you also have the option, show auctions above max price. Would you also like to get the items, so the materials getting displayed in the result tab when the current cheapest auction price is still above your maximum auctioning price? Personally here, I don't want to get them displayed. I only want to get the items displayed in my result when the price is below the maximum auctioning price. Okay. Then you could also add a maximum restock quantity. Would you like to have 200 of each Awakened Air, Awakened Fire as example, as maximum restock? Then type in here 200. Would you like to buy any quantity amount as long as it's below the maximum auction price? Then set it back to 0. Okay, but we're gonna make an example here and we add 200 as our maximum restock quantity. Also, for the max restock quantity, you could also include specific sources like the inventory data of your alts, the auctions, your bank, or your guild bank. I'm gonna select nothing for that example in here, so we just want to have a stock of 200 left on that character, no matter if I still have some left on my alt characters, or my guild, or on my bank. Okay, so we also change the maximum auction price to, let's say, 100, min 100% DB market, and 100% DB recent, so we could have a example scan when it goes to the Dragonflight materials in order to restock these to 200 and in order to may use them later on for the enchanter craft. So all you have to do is here, of course, select the group of the Dragonflight materials. You could also here use the management options again, like in every other operation, to ignore faction realms or characters, and then we just hover over the Awakened Earth. And also here you get the display of the TSM shopping price. Your max shopping price is at 66 gold and 48 silver, calculated by min 100% DB market or 100% DB recent, so the same calculation like the material cost method. Okay, then you just go to the auction house and here to the browse tab, and then you got the material Dragonflight group displayed in here too. So we just select the master group with the material group added and run a shopping scan. And then scan complete, because we have either more than 200 already left here. We have a look on it. We have 415 of the air. We have 11 on the auction house, but these won't get displayed because the current min buyout is at 69 gold, so the average cheapest posted auction on the auction house, but the max shopping price is at 66 gold and 48 silver, so we won't buy any. Okay, then also Awakened Fire. Our max shopping price is at 100 gold, but the min buyout is set to 99 gold. But like I said in one of my first videos, the min buyout isn't that accurate sometimes. So we just shift left click on the Awakened Fire and have a look on the current price. And here you see the current price isn't 99 gold, the current cheapest price is 104 gold, and so it's also above our maximum shopping price of 100 gold. Awakened Frost 2. The max shopping price is set to 60 gold and 46 silver, and the recent value is the same, but if we have a look on Awakened Frost right now here, the current cheapest price is set to 62 gold and 98 silver too. But just for the video, we're gonna increase the value in here, okay? So you see the result list when you run the shopping scan. Let's say we just use for that video, 120% of DB market. We go back to the auction house and hit the one shopping scan. And also the max restock quantity is set to 200. And then you have the Awakened Frost in here. You select it, click the buyout button, and then you also automatically add the 200 quantity, so set to the max restock quantity, and also it ignores my bank information if I would like to include the bank data of my inventory, so the one which is left. Then you click on the bank. Let's do it like this. We're gonna make a rescan for the Awakened Frost, and then we would collect 199 instead of 200. Of course, we also have the percentage value in here, and this is the percentage value based on your shopping price you have added in your maximum field. So let's say 86% means 62 gold and 98 silver is 86% of 120% DB market. Okay? So, but we're gonna add the min 100% and 100% of DB market and DB recent in here, and also the max restock I keep it to 200. Now, we still have the shopping operation left for our current weight BOEs. And like I said in my auctioning operation video, it's kind of a mess when it goes to define the prices for the BOEs, so your min, normal, and max price, and same goes to the possible flip or sniping value. I have said we're gonna consider the DB market and the DB recent value in order to post these items. So, and I also mentioned there are multiple different ways in order to calculate your strings for your sniper price, your max price, min, normal, and max prices. There is no way to go, and there's also no best way. I just gonna show you one simple way where you could also define a possible sniper or shopping price when it goes to the rate BOEs in order to may flip or snipe them. But we're still gonna use the DB market value and the DB recent value too. Okay, so we will use as example for the heroic bonus stat the minimum price, but also here the minimum price of the no bonus stat auctioning operation, and all the other BOE mythic prices too. Okay, so we use a source of our minimum price in order to maybe flip or snipe them. Okay, so we will just create one single operation for the weight BOEs, and let's call it weight BOE, and then let's say snipe. Okay, and in your maximum auction price, you could also add a source in there which uses the min price calculation of the auctioning operation, which is also attached to the group where you attach the shopping operation. So let's say we're gonna use the main group of rate BOEs in order to shop these items with TSM Shopping. And if we add here in the maximum auction price, auctioning OP, and then min, we will use the minimum price of our auctioning operations, which got added to the bonus stat subgroup, the no bonus stat group, and also for the mythic versions, the bonus stat and no bonus stat subgroups too. So let's say we just go to the group tab and have a look on the item with bonus stat, and you see the max shopping price is exactly the same like your minimum price. But of course we don't want to buy anything which is equal to or higher to our minimum price. So we still have to adjust the shopping operation for our rate BOEs. So instead of the minimum price of our auctioning operations, we would like to use maybe only 1.5 of the auctioning operations. So we divide it with 1.5. Then we have another look on the groups tab. We go to the no bonus tab group, and here you see now our maximum shopping, or in that case the maximum sniper price of that item, would be calculated by 33,000 gold 716, while the minimum price is still at 50,000 gold 575. And also the same for the heroic BOE with the bonus stat. The minimum price would be 43, the minimum price would be 65,000 gold, while the maximum shopping price would be at 43,000 gold and 350. And also here, the same, 252,000 gold as my max shopping price, and the min price is 379,000 gold for the mythic BOE with leech on it. And also here, the no bonus stat. The max shopping price is set to 195,000 gold and the min price at 293. But also keep in mind, if you want to use the calculation of that here, this one, the auctioning operation minimum, so you would like to use the min price of this auctionings operation, then you would also have to add your realm where you want to may buy these items in order to get the DB market value and the DB recent value. Because let's say we would go to the realm Kazakh, I don't have added that realm to my desktop app. I also don't get the DB market value or the DB recent value. And then my minimum price would be only 70% of DB market, because DB market, DB region market. So my min price would be calculated by 70% DB region market average only, because DB market and DB recent is invalid on that realm. So you would use 70% DB region market average as minimum price, but also 70% DB region market average divided by 1.5, and that calculates your max shopping price, so the sniper price for the BOEs too. Okay, nothing wrong with it. You could also use the 70% divided by 1.5 in order to calculate your shopping price for your BOEs. So, show auctions above maximum price. No, I also would like to get them displayed if there are some items posted for above that price of my shopping operation. Sources to include. No, I also would like to include any source in here. And then also here, if you would like to, management options, add it or don't add it, however you would like to use that. So then we have created the Dragonflight Enchanting Material shopping group, shopping operation, another braindeck, and the shopping scan of our white BOEs in order to make flip or snipe them. We could also have a look on our browse scan now. So we just deactivate the Dragonflight group for now in order to just scan the white BOEs, but I don't think we won't find anything. Yep, we don't find anything in here because nothing's posted for below our maximum shopping prices. So, but now we still have one operation left, and this is the sniper operation. Okay, so the sniper operation is kinda like the same like the shopping operation. You just create a new one. Let's call it Sniper Recipes of TVV. TVV, my German again, of the war within. TVV is just German, sorry for that. And then we also add our maximum sniper price. But before we change the sniper operation, we have our TSM Sniper group from the Warhead database. If you can still remember, if you have watched my previous videos of the TSM guides here too. And I have also said that there may some items in there which are still soulbound or maybe just weird because there are some outdated items in there which just have nothing to do with the current added items on the retail live server, so maybe this just got cached from the database of Warhead while the War Within was still on the alpha server or on the beta server, okay? And we would like to filter this group first before we run a TSM Sniper scan, okay? So what we're gonna do in here, I have also mentioned we have one option in here where we have to talk about it later on, and this is the part where we talk about the filter group items list based on the following price source. By default it's DB market, but I have set it to the DB region market average, so like this here. Then you please use the DB region market average here. hit enter, and then you would have to make a little reload to update all that stuff to include the DB reach market average, okay? Then we go back to the group of Sniper, and we could now use the source of DB reach market average in order to filter that group based on a source, if something is above that source or below that source. So let's say you want to only try to flip or snipe the row within recipes if the DB region market value average is at least at 3000 gold. Okay, you could also say 2500 or 2000 gold, fully up to you, but for that video we would not like to add items to that group which has a value of below 3000 gold. So what you could do in here in your search items in group, first select the sniper group and then you type in here /3000 and then the G button, the G icon for the gold, okay? And what we're gonna get displayed in here now is all the items which are either soulbound or just not available on the live server, or we also get all the items displayed which have a value of below 3000 gold DB region market average because of that little option here. So we go back to the sniper, and then you could just select all of them and remove the 177 items which are below that value or are soulbound or are just not available in the game. You could also type in here, so we deselect all again, you could also use another slash command, so /3000 gold / let's say 900,000 gold. So now you're getting every item displayed in that group which has a value of between 3000 gold and 900,000 gold. Okay, so but we're gonna remove that and then we just select all these ones and remove it. Then we have only items in here which have at least a DB reach market value average of above 3000 gold. And now we could create our sniper operation. So sniper operation, pretty simple. I don't know if I have explained it already at the start of the video. You don't want to over invest when it goes to flipping or sniping. When you have an item like here, the Binding of Binding, which has a reach market value average of 51,000 gold. Of course, you don't want to buy it for 40,000 gold in order to may resell it for 50,000 gold. You want to pay, ideally, a very, very low price for these items. So maybe something like 25% of the DB region market value average, or maybe something around 40 or 50% of the DB region sale average in order to resell it and make your profit like that. Okay, so with flipping and sniping, you just buy everything low and you resell it for a higher value. But also, you could make some fail investment at start when you are completely new to flipping and sniping, but if you keep run your sniper scans, you kinda get familiar with all these values and all these specific prices. You're gonna remember specific values. Let's say you scan 3 realms over 2 weeks and you always get the Binding of Binding displayed for, let's say, 40,000 gold. Then you also know, okay, it's still up for 40,000 gold, so no one wants to buy it for 40,000 gold, and no one would also like to flip it by that value because it's still available on the auction house. So you may want to lower the price for that recipe, okay? It's just experience. The longer you are making the sniper and flipping things, the easier it will get when it goes to define our own prices in order to sell it and of course in order to buy it. So let's say you get this recipe like every time for 20,000 gold, but you also recognize that you sell this recipe multiple times for over 45,000 gold. You could also consider then to may raise your maximum shopping price to, let's say, 25,000 gold instead of 20,000 gold because you always sold it for over 40,000 gold and you made profit every time on each sale. Okay, but that goes with experience. Just try a bit around, take a few weeks, just scan sometimes 1 ream, 2 reams or 3 reams, no matter how many you would like to, and learn. Just learn with flipping and sniping, and just remember all these different price values where the items get posted from. Okay? So, I have talked way too long and way too much about that now, but we still want to create the sniper operation in here. Alrighty, then first of all, of course, we need an auctioning operation before we gonna create the sniper operation for the sniper group. And we make it pretty simple in here. We just go to the auctioning operation and we're gonna use the farm transmog one. Just copy it, name it, sniper, go within recipes. And then we go to the posting tab, and personally I would like to remove the max 250% of vendor sell in here, and I would also only like to use the minimum price calculation of min 45% DB region market average and 80% DB region sale average. I'm gonna show you two different ways actually to define our minimum price when it goes to the sniper operation, okay? The first one, so the min 55% DB region market average and 80% DB region sale average, is the default one, which is pretty simple and pretty basic, okay? But we may also lower it a little bit, oh voila, not like that. We would just use 50% in here instead of 55, and maybe here 70% instead of 80. And then we just copy the minimum price in here again, add a new sniper operation for the sniper group, so sniper recipes of the war within, and then we paste the minimum price in here, and we could also have a look of the whole string when we click on that little icon. And of course we would like to lower the percentage amount in here because we would like to buy them at a lower value, lower than our current minimum price. So like I said previously, the lower the price, the lower the chance to also may risk some fail investment. So also I would like to take a lower value of maybe something around 25% of the DB region market average, and maybe something around 50 or 55% of the DB region sale average. But that is fully up to you. You could also lower these values, but if you think, I would like to even pay a little bit more of that, of these items, you could also set them a bit higher. But I will keep it to 25% DB region market average or the 55% of DB region sale average. Save and close, add the operation to your sniper group, and then you are basically done with the sniper group 2 for the auctioning operation and your sniper operation. So we have a look here on the binding of binding again, and you see we don't have the auctioning operation attached. Give me a second. Here, sniper, and then we hover over the binding of binding again. And you see our minimum price gets calculated by a value of 18,454 gold, while our sniper maximum price is at 12,000 gold 782. So the sniper price is still lower than your current minimum price. And like I also mentioned in one of my previous videos, the min price of 18,000 gold, around 18,000, doesn't mean you will sell it for that value all the time or always. Okay, you will sell these items for a price between your minimum price and your maximum price. So you could also buy these items for below 12,000 gold, and you may find a ream where you sell it for 30,000 gold, 35, even 40,000 gold, like here the recent value on the ream Blackmore. Okay, so but I also said there is another way to actually calculate the minimum price. Okay, we won't change the shopping operation at all, or the sniper operation, but it could happen if you're playing on a full pop or on a high pop ream, that even the minimum price in here, so min 50% DB region market average and 70% DB region sale average, is still higher than the current posted price on your ream. So you may find something which is lower than the sniper operation price, but you still wouldn't repost that item because the current ream value of that item is still cheaper than your minimum price. You could also say, okay, if TSM don't want to post it because it's still way too expensive, so the min calculation, you could also lower the values to 40, 60, 45, 65% of DB region sale average or DB region market average. You could do that too. But I would like to show you another way on how to create a custom calculation when it goes to the sniped items. So instead of a fixed calculation of 50% DB region market average or 70% DB region sale average, we would like to use a source, and this is the smart average buy price. So we got the average buy as a value, which we could also use in here, like average buy, but we could also use smart average buy. Okay, so what is the difference between the average buy source and the smart average buy? The average buy value of 133 gold on my resin on crystals getting calculated by all the previously bought quantities and prices of the resin on crystal. So here also in the TSM accounting data you see I have purchased over 22,000 crystals, and the average buy price of that amount is 133 gold and 80 silver. But we don't want to use the average value of all that items we have bought in the past. We want to use the smart average buy, which is just the average buy price of the items you have still left in your bag, instead of what you have bought in the past overall. So here's example 2. My inventory counts 1,125 resin crystals, and my average buy price of that quantity is the smart average buy price of 65 gold and 61 silver. And this value is also valid when you want to flip or snipe any items. Of course, if you have a smart average buy and you sell that one item, then the smart average buy is invalid again because you have 0 left, and so there's also no stack or no item on where we could create the smart average value. Okay, pretty simple. So what we could do in here, pretty simple. You could also just say, if I snipe something or snipe something, I don't want to have this minimum price in here. I may just want to use maybe 250% of my smart average buy price. Okay, so if you have bought something for 1 gold, then you would like to have 250% of the smart average buy, so 1 gold multiplied with 250, so the minimum price would be 250 gold. But I don't recommend to use just the smart average buy like that, so 250% or maybe 150 or 175, because let's say you have bought here. You have bought an awakened heir for 5 silver only. Okay, you have sniped 1 awakened heir for 5 silver. And you would type in here, my minimum price is 150% of the smart average buy. Then 5 silver is nothing compared to the current value of that material. But even the minimum price of 150% of 5 silver is still nothing. And that's why you don't want to use the smart average buy only. Especially if you have bought something for a few silver, a few copper, or only like something with a value of 2% of the DB region market value average. Okay? And for that, in order to prevent that we have a way too low calculated minimum price for these sniped items, we want to use another logical function. Okay? We're gonna use the if lower than or equal to function in here. If lower than or equal to iflte, and then we just make an example. 1 gold, comma, 2 gold, comma, 3 gold, and then the closed bracket, which means if lower than or equal to. If 1 gold is lower than or equal to 2 gold, I would like to use 3 gold as minimum price. Okay? You could also use another comma here, and then you say 4 gold. So, if 1 gold is lower than 2 gold, I would like to use 3 gold as minimum price. But if 1 gold wouldn't be lower than 2 gold, I would like to use 4 gold. Okay, you could use up to 4 sources in here in order to calculate something in your prices. Okay, and we would like to use if lower than or equal to with the open brackets. Let's say our smart average buy price, so 100% of my smart average buy price. Okay, if lower than or equal to 100% smart average buy is lower than, let's say, 5% of the DB region market average, then I would like to not use the smart average buy source at all, because it would be way too cheap even as minimum price. If 100% of the smart average buy is cheaper than 5% of the DB region market average, I would like to use a minimum price of these items only of, let's say, 40%, or let's say 35% of DB region market average. Okay, and then you could close the string and you have a calculation where it says if your smart average price, so your snipe or flip price, is lower than 5% of the current value of that item, so you bought it pretty cheap, you would like to use 30 and 5% of the DB region market value average as your minimum price. But what if your smart average buy is higher than the 5% of DB region market average? So if you have flipped it for a pretty good price, which is not too cheap, you would add another comma in here. So after the DB region market average, comma, and if it is not the case, I would like to use maybe 200, or let's say 225% of my smart average buy. So if your smart average buy of that flipped or sniped item is still over 5% of the DB region market average, so not pretty cheap, you will use still your smart average buy in order to calculate your minimum price. But if you have paid something for below 5% of the DB region market average, so something for like 5 gold, 10 gold, while the value of that current item is over 10,000 gold, 20,000 gold, then you want to use 35% of the DB region market average instead. It's pretty simple actually. You just have to understand the way on how you would like to calculate it with these functions, okay? So we're gonna repeat it one more time. If lower than or equal to. If the value number 1 is lower than value number 2 you have entered in there, then you would like to use value 3. And optional, if it's not lower than the value number 2, you would like to post that item for value number 4. So 100% smart average buy, if it's lower than the 5% of the DB region market average, I would like to use 35% of the DB region market average as my minimum price. If my 100% smart average buy is higher than 5% of the DB region market average, I would like to use 225% of my smart average buy. So we have created the auctioning operation 2 as another way to calculate the minimum price. And I would like to suggest to make a logical function like that if you are playing on a full pop or on a high pop server where the items may tend to be lower always compared to other realms like medium realms or low pop realms. Okay, alright. We got the auctioning operation in here, and we got the sniper operation also assigned to the sniper group. We're gonna make a little reload, like I said, always make a little reload if you have done something in TSM. Alrighty, we are back in the game, and now we just have a look on the TSM Sniper tab at the auction house, and maybe we will also find some deals, maybe. So you just click the buyout sniper button in here, and it may take some seconds or minutes, maybe like 1 minute, and maybe we also have enough luck to may find something in here. So we already see the back button and the restart button in here, and the scan button, and also the pause button. So TSM Sniper, you have to know, you just scan your group where a sniper operation is attached. You just scan it over and over again non-stop, unless you press on the pause button in here or on the back button. And then we have a look, maybe we find something in here in order to may flip it. It seems like on my realm currently there's nothing posted for below my sniper price, but we could also. I'm gonna export that group in here for my other account, which is online on another realm. Export this group, please, including all the operations. And then we have a look on, no, not that one in here. We go to the group and I just import that group. So I have the sniper operation, the sniper group in here added too with all these operations. I'm gonna make a little reload, and then I will also scan on that realm, and maybe we will find something there. Alrighty, I have redone the little scan in here on my second realm, because I have also made some gold in here, just in case we found something. And yes, we found a recipe which is currently posted for 1000 gold. And also you got the little percentage amount in here, which displays a 45%, which means 1000 gold, which is just 45% of my current sniper maximum price. So we could also have a look on here. The min buyout price is currently at 35%, which is a bit overpriced compared to the region market value average and the regional sale average. But no worries, we will use, first of all, the mouse to select it. Brain lag. And we also see here, of course, the quantity which get posted for 1000 gold, which is 1. So we will just buy the deal out, go to the mailbox and move it to the back. And we also got our minimum price now calculated, which was invalid before because we don't had a smart average buy price. But now the smart average buy price is 1000 gold. And depending on the calculation for the minimum price, we got now a minimum price calculated by 2250 gold, because it's just 225% of our smart average buy price. So our buyout price of that recipe currently isn't below 5% of the DB region market value average. But that is simply how the TSM Sniper works. Okay, you just buy something cheap, and in order to may resell it for a higher price. So then we have created the shopping operations, we have created the sniper operation, and we have done our sniper scan, and we found a deal. What we would like to do now, before we end my last video of the TSM series in here, we also have the TSM Banking system, and we got a war bank in order to move items across other realms. So we talked about the warehousing tab here and the mailing tab, and the auctioning tab is based on what kind of settings you have made in the auctioning operation, as example in your sniper group. And we have a look on the sniper group, of course, with the sniper the war within recipe. And here we got the button move to the war bank, or either here move to bank, depending on which bank you have selected in here. And if we press move to war bank, of course we move all the selected items to the bank or to the war bank. Post cap to bags, you move your post cap back to your bag. So if your post cap is 1, you just move 1 of each to your bag. okay? But we would also have the max expires to bank, so if you have something in your bag which don't get posted anymore in the auction house because you have reached the don't post after this many expires amount, let's say if you have set it to 5, then you could also press this button and everything gets moved to the bank which doesn't get posted anymore on the auction house because of that option with the many expires. Then you have the shortfall to backs button, and this is the most important button in your auctioning operation, in your auctioning tab of the TSM banking system. Of course, one last time in here, if it doesn't show up like that, if you move to your bank, hit the command /TSM BankUI. Okay, so what is the shortfall to backs button? Let's say you have farmed some new transmog items, or you have bought some items, flipped or sniped them on the auction house, and you just move them to your war bank in order to spread it to all these streams you would like to post and sell this stuff again. Okay, but what if, let's say you have a stock of over 200 items already in the auction house, and you move some stuff into your war bank or into your guild bank in order to just repost them also on other wins. How do you know which items you have already posted on the auction house and which items not? So do you have still some items in your bank or in your war bank which are not posted yet by you on the current win where you logged in? And for that we use the shortfall to backs button. Shortfall to backs is pretty simple. You just move the cap, you just move your post cap to your bag, which is missing on the auction house. So let's say I press it to shortfall to backs here. You move that one recipe because you haven't posted that one previously on the auction house. So the auction house inventory data counts 0. Let's say you have that on your war bank, but at the same time you have that item already listed on your VM, and you click shortfall to backs, you wouldn't move it to your bag because you already have one listed on the auction house on that VM. Okay, this is the way how you restock your bags from your bank, your guild bank or your war bank in order to repost items on the auction house you haven't posted yet. It's pretty simple, and this option is pretty useful. So even if you have sold a bunch of transmog items, you don't want to check your posted auctions manually to have a look, what do I have left on the auction house and what is still on my bank I would have to post because I don't have it yet posted. Just use the shortfall to backs button for it. Okay, select all these groups in here, then hit shortfall to backs button, then move to the auction house and start your one post scan. This is pretty simple. Okay, so you go to the auctioning tab, you select only the sniper one in here, and then you hit the post button. And this is the way how you make gold when it goes to sniper and flipping, especially when you would like to also make it cross-stream. So if you want to make gold on not just one single win. Okay, boys and girls, I would like to say thanks for watching my last guide of TradeSkillMaster. If you have still many questions left or only a single question, just ask me. If I have time left, I will try to answer you, of course. Okay, then I would like to say one last time in here, have a wonderful day, have much fun with gold making, of course, and we may see us in the next video, but I don't know yet if I make another video in English here in the next few months. Okay, have a great one, we see us, bye!